Hello everybody, it's me Phuong Linh here, and today I'm going to talk about how to raise kids who can handle hard things. 1. What does the speaker mean by hand ability, and how is it different from just feeling comfortable all the time? When you can handle something, which is hand ability, then you can actually do it, even if you don't like it, even if you think that it's really hard. It's just like bravery. You could actually handle it. It's not just from like feeling comfortable. Let's say when you are trying to be brave, being brave is not always comfortable, is it? Because it's doing something that you think is really hard, you think is not comfortable, but you always try to do it. 2. Why might protecting children from every uncomfortable experience actually limit their confidence and resilience? When you protect a child from like every uncomfortable experience, you don't give them the chance to actually understand, to actually find out what they could do to overcome their fear and their uncomfortable. Then it would actually limit their confidence to actually try to overcome their fear and their resilience to try to do things that they thought that they couldn't. Can you describe a real life example of when a child learned something important by facing a challenge rather than avoiding it? Let's say you were scared of worms. And although that you knew, actually this is an example of me because I was like really scared of worms when I was about grade 3 and grade 4. It was actually an example of me, and I was really scared of worms, like any kind of worms, big ones, small ones, colorful ones, like any kinds. But when I actually tried facing the worms, when I actually let them like just crawl on my hand, I actually learned something new. I learned how to be brave. I learned how to overcome my fears. Then it's like a real life example that I could just remember about that example and try to be brave in other situations. What are some ways parents can encourage bravery in their children without forcing them into fear? When you could see that a child is trying to be brave, like taking their first steps into um, a garden when they are scared of insects, or maybe trying like me when I tried to put the worm on my hand, they could see my bravery, and my parents could encourage it by just cheering me like to do it more and more, or maybe reward me in just like small things like congratulations or small gifts. Like I feel encouraged to do the things that I was really scared of, to be brave. So those are some ways that parents could actually encourage bravery in their child. How might adults' own fears or comfort seeking behaviors influence a child's response to difficult situations? Adults usually just look for comfort, and they are scared to let their child face difficulties because they just feel like their children aren't just suitable for it. But when they express their fears, then the child would just know that they don't have to do it, and then they won't actually try. And when a parent stops actually seeking for comfort, then his or her child would could see their parents change, and they would want to change. In what ways can parents model bravery for their children in everyday situations? Let's say I was scared of worms, right? And my mother, she just like sat next to me, and then she kept encouraging me to just like put that worm on my hand. She tried touching the worm, she put the worm on her hand. She did everything that she could to encourage me. And then I actually achieved something. I just became brave somehow, I don't know. And now I'm not scared of worm like anymore. Well, except for big worms, they're really scary. What are some potential long-term benefits for kids who are raised to handle hard things? There are some like long-term benefits, like the child wouldn't, he or she would feel like he or she always had to be brave. They're encouraged to do it, and it would become something that they would do without actually knowing it. And those long-term benefits could won't just impact those child, they could impact the people around. When one child is brave, and then the children around them would become like more influenced to overcome their fear. How might raising children with a focus on resilience and confidence impact their future relationships and success? You could listen to other people talk a lot, and then you would know that confidence would lead to success. But then by raising a child with resilience, they would actually know how to overcome their fear, and the confidence would help encourage them to do that, therefore leading to success in their whole life. Yeah, I think that's all. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.